Welcome back to our Sidus Link Pro user guide series. This is our step-by-step guide to setup, patching, setting levels, recording cues, and much more. Sidus Link Pro beta version 1.1 is now available to download from the App Store. So we're going to go through step-by-step the new features in version 1.1. Welcome to What's New in Sidus Link Pro 1.1. First up, we have many UI enhancements to help you move through Sidus Link Pro more efficiently. Let's go through them. On the parameter control menu, we now have quick buttons for plus 10% intensity and minus 10% intensity. Press and hold on the minus button to snap to 0, and press and hold on the plus button to snap to 100%. There are also quick buttons for CCT, minus 100K and plus 100K. Next, when recording a cue, the UI for entering timing has been simplified with quick buttons as well. Bring light onto your stage and tap record. Under fade time, there are now buttons for minus 0.5 seconds, minus 0.1 second, plus 0.1 second, and plus 0.5 seconds. Then there are quick buttons for simple entry of 0 seconds, 0.5 seconds, 1 second, and 2 seconds. The slider now goes to 10 seconds with text entry possible up to 100 seconds. The same UI has also been applied to the wait time. On the Edit Cue Sequence window, there are also now quick buttons for the fade time. Unloading a cue has now moved to the Cue Stack Name menu. Single tap on a cue stack name to open the options, and then select Unload. In version 1.1, cue stack naming is now accessible with a single tap of the cue stack name to bring up the menu, and then clicking on Rename. When you are backstage, the backstage text will now do a yellow breathing effect to help remind you that you are backstage. When executing a fade, the cue status will now count down the fade time of the cue. Next, when bringing lights onto your stage, we now have the option for multi-selection of fixtures to set their values together. To enable, tap the Multi-Select Fixtures toggle from the right menu. Then tap on multiple fixtures to select them. Tap them a second time to unselect them. Then you can set their intensities and colors together. To turn off multi-select, tap the multi-select fixtures toggle on the right. When working on the stage, you can now create groups more easily by dragging a fixture and dropping it onto another fixture to create a group. When groups are created this way, the individual fixture slider is removed from the stage and counted under the groups. You can also easily add fixtures to an existing group in the same manner. Now when using cue stacks, there are the Next Cue and Previous Cue control buttons. These can be used to skip forward or backward in your cue stack. It can also be used to start with cue 2, for instance, and not have to load cue 1 first. With the cue stack unloaded, simply tap the Next Cue button to advance to cue 2 and press Go. When using the Previous Cue and Next Cue buttons, the fade time is not used. If the Next Cue or Previous Cue has a wait time, it will start counting the wait time when loaded and proceed to the next cue. When inserting a bump or latch action in the middle of a cue stack, the Action button will continue to execute bumping and latching of the loaded cue until the next button is pressed to move past the action. Next, in Fixture mode, we now have the DMX Output Window. In the top right corner, tap the Output button. There are now two tabs, DMX Output Window and DMX Output Monitor. The DMX Output Window will show a live view of all of the active DMX channels. If running cues or moving a slider, the values will actively change. This is a great way to help see what values you are outputting and what values are changing. The DMX Output Monitor will show the active values of one DMX channel. Both of these are great troubleshooting tools to help see what Sidus Link Pro is actively sending to your lighting network. Now when adding fixtures, there are three options. Select a profile, a new option to import GDTF file, and create new profile. Let's review each of them. Select a profile will allow you to choose from the existing profiles built into Sidus Link Pro or any custom profiles you have built. When selecting the profile, you can click on the eye icon to see the parameters that are in that profile. On the Patch Fixture page, you can now see the entire universe of lights that you have patched and the DMX footprint of each light. When you are patching in multiple fixtures, each light will appear on the universe view on the left. At the bottom of the patch page, it will show all the work that is about to be completed for each light fixture and its DMX address. If you wish to change the DMX address of your fixtures, you can specify the first fixture's DMX address, and the rest of the fixtures will be patched immediately after. Or on the universe view, you can individually set each fixture's start address by dragging and dropping the fixture onto a new DMX start address. You can then review the changes to be made on the right-hand side on the DMX patch report. There's also a new feature of Gap Channel. Gap Channel is used to space apart the newly patched fixtures. This is often used for the ease of use for rigging operations. Let's say you had 10 lights to patch that were each 9 DMX channels. You could patch them at 1, 10, 19, 28, etc. This list is not as easy to keep straight. If you were to add one DMX channel in between each fixture to make them 10 channels, then patching would be 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, etc. It is much easier for your crew to accurately set the DMX address of each light if it lands at the common number. Next on the Add New Fixture menu, we now have the option to import a GDTF profile. A GDTF file is a way to share all of the profile data for each light fixture that can be shared amongst lighting controllers. The GDTF profile can be downloaded from the GDTF website, which is www.gdtf-share.com, or from the lighting manufacturer's website. Once you have the file, save it to your iPad. Next, on the Add New Fixtures page, select Import from GDTF. Browse to the file on the iPad and select the file. The next screen will show all of the DMX profiles contained within the file. All of the profiles will be imported into Sidus Link Pro. Each GDTF file contains one model and all of its DMX profiles. On the next screen, select which profile you wish to patch. Lastly, patch the new DMX profile, select the start address and the number of fixtures you wish to patch. Once the GDTF file is imported, when adding new fixtures, click Select a Profile and it will appear under the Imported section. The last option for adding new fixtures is Create New Fixture Profile. This now has the same optimizations of adding new fixtures within the library of Gap Channel and Universe View. There are now new DMX parameters for Pan, Tilt, Zoom, Focus, and Strobe. We will get into controlling those in a minute. When entering in ranged values like Strobe, the UI now lets you know how many ranges you have saved. Now in the parameter control area, if your light has a strobe channel, there's a new tab for strobe to set the strobe rate of the light. For moving type lights, there is now a new motion group for pan, tilt, zoom, and focus. All of these new DMX parameters can be saved into queues. Now from the scenes page, there are a number of new options. First, you can now duplicate your scenes. This is often used if you have the same light fixtures, but on a new show and you want to have all new scenes and programming. When duplicating a scene, it cannot duplicate the connection to your Sidus Bluetooth lights. Those will remain with the original show file. You can also duplicate the entire scene, which can act as a backup. On the Profile Management page, there's now a new tab to manage your DMX profiles. Here you can edit and delete your custom profiles and your imported files. From the top right settings icon, you can also download the latest fixture profile library inside of Sidus Link Pro. Just make sure you're connected to the internet for it. Alright, that's what's new in Sidus Link Pro version 1.1. There are many other bug fixes and enhancements. The entire list is available at help.sidus.link.